Hello, welcome. Episode 18, still on tutorial on the motion under gravity, where we are picking questions to text the episode 14 that we did. So a stone is thrown vertically upward from the top of a tower, which is 50 meters high, with an initial velocity of 20 meters per second. We are finding maximum height the stone reaches from the ground, then the time it takes to reach the maximum height, then the total distance it covers. Remember, we can pick the informations we have. If in this case, thrown vertically upward, so top of the tower, so distance as height is given as 50 meters, then initial velocity is also given as 20 meters per second. And if the body is going to reach the maximum height, then final velocity will also be 0 meter per second squared. So let's see if I make some sketch, as in this being a tower placed on the ground. Then let's say this is our tower. Can I write it here? Something that is a stone is thrown vertically upward from the top of a tower. Okay, so the stone is here being projected upward, so there is going to be an upward movement. Then later on, the stone have to fall down, so there's going to be a movement and a movement there. Then we already know that this is 50 meters as a tower above. Then initial velocity of what? 20. So I can have u1, or let me just say u, let's just say equals to 20 meter per what? Seconds. What again information do we have? And final velocity is going to be 0. Okay. So in order to find the, what are we looking for? Maximum height reach. We are looking for from the top of the tower to where the ball will reach, the stone will reach before turning down. Where the stone will reach, that's the height we're looking for. That height, we know initial velocity, final velocity. Time is not known, we can find time anyway. And we are looking for height. So I can stick to second equation of motion. If you watch the episode 14, I can only say that from our v square equals to u square minus t, let's say, okay, let's go for the 2g what? H. This is going to be positive if the body is coming down. But in this case, the body is moving upward from where it is on top of the tower, is moving up. So the gravity is going to be what? Negative. Hence this formula. What are we looking for? This very height that the body will reach at the maximum height. So I know the velocity as 0. So I have 0 initial velocity of 20 squared minus 2. This is going to be, let me bring it down. So I can say V 0, U 20 meter per second. G is going to be 10 meter per what? Second. I want to get a full line here. So 0 equals to 20 square, 2 times 10 times what? H. So fast forward, this becomes 20. So 20H equals to 40 times 40, 400. So H become 400 divided by what? 20. This will cancel this. That will be what? If this go here 2, so we have 20 meters. So remember, this 20 meters is just the maximum height the stone is going to reach high above the tower. But we are saying what is the maximum height the stone reaches from the ground. So we can say that, therefore, so the maximum height the stone reaches from the ground is going to be the height of the tower which is going to be 50 meters plus the height it moved up, which is what? 20 meters. And that will give you a total of what? 70 meters. So the total height the stone will travel first on top of the tower up is 20. When it fall down, it's going to be what? 20 plus or not a falling down. It's not a falling down. The total height is reached from the ground. From the ground is 50 before it projects. So after it projects 20, that is what we are looking for. Not going up and coming down. I guess that is clear now. It is the maximum height is reached above the ground. It is on top of the tower 20 meters above. Then below the tower 50 meters. So in total it is 70 meters above the ground. I think that should be clear from what I said earlier on. Okay, so now what do? We now to focus on number 2, the time it takes to reach the maximum height. The time it takes to reach these 20 meters. Just on top of the tower, what time does it take? From the top of the tower, initial propelling velocity is 20. Final velocity is what? 0. So I can find the time easily using the first equation. So from the second part, I only say that from V equals to U, we are still looking at for its movement upward. So negative what? Gravity. G what? T. So if that is the case, here, let me just see, where V will be 0, U will be, is it 20 meters per second, and gravity will be negative. Okay, if I say negative, we will have to put the positive there. So let's say 10 meters per second square. So these are the informations we need to substitute in order to find the time. Let's clean this part and proceed. Okay, so let's go for substitution. Remember, this is going to be 0. So I have 0 equals to U, okay, which is also 20, right, minus 10 times what? T. This is coming here as what? 10T and equals to 20. So T now will be equals to 20 divided by what? 10. And that gives us what? 2 seconds. So the time it takes to reach the maximum height of 20 meters is going to be 2 seconds. This could have also been calculated earlier on so that we can use the second equation of motion to find the same distance. That would have been double calculation. Doesn't spoil anything. Alright, let's go for the final one, which is the total distance, right? The total distance covered. All these things can be seen in episode 14. How to arrive at all the answers. We talk about that extensively in episode 14. Alright. Here we are looking for distance. Remember, it is going to move here. That is 20 up, 20 down, then 50. It is moving 20. When it comes back to the top of the tower, it will still be 20. So 20 plus 20 plus the down one. So I can say that the 2 times the maximum height, which is 2 times h maximum, then plus what? Height of what? Tower. So this will imply that, let me clean here. This will imply that from here, I'll be having 2 times the maximum height reached, which is what? 20 plus the height of the tower, which is 50, all give us what? 40 plus what? 50, and that is going to be 90 what? Meters as the final distance. So here, explain the difference between what we have here and what we have here as what? 70. It's just talking about how high is it above the ground. From the tower top to the maximum height and the ground. That is one. But we are looking for how it goes and come back. So if it move up, 20 meters, it will come down 20 meters before coming down the distance of what? The tower. I believe this is also understood by you. If this is not well understood, take your time and go back to episode 14. The concept is well explained in there. Then you can pick the information and come back and solve it to get your perfect understanding. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and come back for more.